Luke, congratulations. An overtime win here at the match play. Just sum up what are the emotions like right now?
Yeah, glad to get over the line. It was tough work, both breaks being behind by 3-4 legs. But I think if it didn't go into that second break 7-3, then it would have been obviously a lot tougher. Jermiane obviously would have been 3 legs away. But I said to myself, you've just got to come firing out the blocks. Like I always say, you're on stage till the end.
When you gave it the "I'm still here," did you think people were writing you off at that point then, like the job was too big to come back from?
Yeah, I didn't really think of it because the crowd, they were still there, they were still loud in voice. But like I said, if it didn't go 7-3, it would have been a lot harder. But yeah, to go 7-3, I just said to myself, like I said there, you've got to win at least the next 2-3 legs when you come back on.
You've been very modest, obviously, since winning the World Championship. That's the first time we've seen you point to that star. What made you do that in that moment after, I say, 7 months after winning? The first time you've kind of referenced it on stage like that?
Yeah, it was just saying to myself, saying to the fans, World Champion for a reason. We come back, and for myself, I always find these gears somewhere. Obviously, for myself, I'd rather be blasting off into the lead like I did against Ryan Searle, but it wasn't to be, and I pulled out the back.
The way you're both playing, you and Jermiane Price seem to be on this big collision course in the semi-final. I know that you've seen the draw and everything. Do you feel that this could be, if you both get there, one of the best games we've ever seen on that stage?
Yeah, it certainly could be. Obviously, mine and Jermaine game was unbelievable for both of us. Obviously, not the high averages, especially the doubles weren't too good. But yeah, I've said for the past 2 times I've been there, you've just got to look what's in front of you. And Andrew Gilding, I played him once before, and you've just got to, for myself, just find a routine because he's not the quickest.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Luke, well played. What did you say to yourself in that break that meant that you could come out and produce that string of legs that got you back into the contest?
Yeah, just literally just said to myself, you're on till the end, you've got to put it in. Like I said, you've got to come firing out the blocks, you've got to win the next 2 or 3 legs to be in with a chance. I think I won the next 5 to go into the lead for the first time at 8-7. Obviously got it back to 8-8. But I sort of felt throughout the game, as I was coming back, Jermaine dropped off a little bit. So I was like, I kind of got him here, but then he rose back up and forced the win by 2 clear legs.
You have such high expectations of yourself. Was it hard not to feel frustrated, especially at that first break when you're in a position that you've probably not been in that many times over your short career?
Yeah, obviously the first leg I just absolutely made a mess of it, and then Jermaine he kicked on from there, and that was another crucial moment, hitting the tops. Before I hit that, I just said you've got to hit it. If you do hit it, just walk straight off stage, and that's what happened.
You mentioned there Andrew Gilding up next. You played him at the World Championship the first time you were at Alexandra Palace. You're a very different player to back then, but Andrew Gilding's playing some great darts at this tournament. I'm sure you think it's going to be a real challenge.
Yeah, it certainly is going to be a challenge. Obviously the pace isn't there for myself, and like I did at my first World, you've just got to find some sort of routine that you can get into, and yeah, I'm sure it'll be a good game.
Luke, congratulations. Is that the biggest range of emotions you've felt in a game for a long time, perhaps going back to the early stages of the Worlds?
Yeah, probably since the Ryan Joyce game. I've not let that much emotion out of me since then. But it's just good for myself to show the emotion and show that I can always find a way to come back.
Can you put your finger on why it was such a slow start to the game tonight?
No idea. I'll be honest with you, practicing, I'm near enough back to about 180s pretty much each time. I weren't missing a thing. And then practicing behind stage, I was really good, but when you got on stage, just didn't happen. But then I kind of found a bit of form, but that doesn't matter, you just got to get over the line.
And what did Jermaine say to you at the end there?
Yeah, he just said, what a cracking game. I said, well played. I just couldn't believe I won. I weren't playing the best of darts. And like I said, Jermaine, he dropped off a bit, and then he rose his game back up to force 2 clear legs. But yeah, that's probably the biggest wins for myself.
Thanks, Luke.
Luke, well done on completing that great comeback. I think it's fair to say that before the match, not a lot of people gave Jermiane a chance. Is it difficult to sort of ignore that and not get complacent when so many people are writing their opponent off?
Yeah, no one can write anyone off. It's darts, anything can happen. Obviously we've seen some big shocks so far. But yeah, like I said, you can't write anyone off. It's darts, and whoever performs on the day will win.
We know that you always love tops and tens, but you abandoned them in the early part of that match, and then when you needed to find something, you went back to them. What was the thinking of moving away from them, and now that they seem to click again, just instinctively moving on?
Yeah, for myself, I've done it for many years and years. It's like whatever double I leave on the first leg, I'll sort of go for that in the first few legs and see how they work out. Obviously, if you don't plan out, then you've got to swap them. And the tops and tens worked a little bit, definitely got me over the line.
Very well done today, Luke. Thank you.
Thank you.
Luke, you've obviously played in the biggest arenas possible, but that's probably the first time you've got the Winter Gardens crowd like that. How does it compare to where you've played before?
Yeah, I've played in some brilliant arenas. But obviously, for myself, the World Championships, it's up there one of the best. This is probably second best. But the fans definitely did get the money's worth tonight out of me. But yeah, that's what happens in darts. If you're not playing well, then your opponent will punish you.
Was there ever a point in the game where you did think it might just be a bit of a bad day in the office, or did you always have that World Championship mentality that and you're all going to come back into it?
Yeah, I think it was at 7-2. I said to myself, you've got to win this leg. Otherwise, it's going to be so hard to come back. And obviously, I hit it. Obviously, said I'm still here. And then went on to win the next 5 legs. Was in the lead for the first time in the game. And then from there onwards, it was just great darts.
Almost won everything. You're still only 18. Do you think you have the best mentality in the sport?
I probably wouldn't say so. I think one of the best players with the best mentality is probably Nathan Aspinall, because if he's 5-6-0 down, he's going to find a way to come back. I was 3-4 legs down tonight each time, and I found a way out of it.
Maybe took a bit of inspiration from him.
Yeah, I know Nathan so well, and all you know, he never gives up. He'll always try till the end. But for myself, I just said to myself, you've got to find something there, you've got to pull it out of the bag.
Luke, you touched on a slow start there. Do you think the bit of a mess you made at the opening leg sort of took you out your stride a little bit?
Yeah, obviously I wouldn't say so. Obviously busting the 1-2-7 and then getting another shot, I was just feeling confident. But then obviously made a mess of the doubles. And then Jermaine, he cracked on from there. He won the next 4. And obviously I picked up a leg to go 4-1 down at the break. But yeah, it was nothing to do with the first leg. Obviously it would have helped me to win the first leg and hold my throw. But I found a way out of it eventually.
And do you think that's the kind of match now that, because you've come through it, your name could be on the trophy?
Yeah, I've said throughout this tournament, you can only look what's in front of you. Obviously, Gezzy's in the other side of the draw. Don't know who's on the other half. For myself, it's just focusing on game by game.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Alright, thanks everyone. Thanks Luke.